Hey everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new here, my name is Enid and thank you for stopping by. So I've been feeling a little bit uninspired lately, and so I have this little acrylic drawer to the left side of my desk that projects either go there to die or to be resurrected at a later point in time. So I decided to go to the little bin and see, what I could work on. I haven't made a card since May. So I knew I had some unfinished cards in there that I wanted to go back to. But when I went in there, I came across a card that gave me new inspiration for journaling cards or tags. And so that's what I'm going to show you today. So sit tight and I'll be right back. Oh, and by the way, today is the last day to get your entry in for the contest. It'll close at midnight today. And if you know anybody who's interested, who might be interested in participating, please share my video. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos that I post. So again, sit tight. I'll be right back. Okay, so here is my bin of unfinished projects. It doesn't really get that full because like every few months I'll go through it and see what I either want to scrap or finish up. And so earlier this year I had made these Easter cards, and I still have 3 of them that I never finished. And the cards were really cute, and they were sort of a collage, but they were in strips. So I said, instead of tearing the papers for the tags and everything else, why don't I just go this route and see what I can make if I just do strips of paper. I think it'll be a lot easier, a lot faster. And the one thing that I find when I do the collages is I'll make, actually there's 4 of them in here. When I do the collages, I try to break up 5 or 6 or 7 pieces of paper to cover it up, and they tend to be smaller pieces of paper. And then there may be a really pretty paper right in the middle, and when I go to embellish the tag or the journal card or strip, whatever it is, I feel bad about covering up whatever piece of paper is in the middle. This way, I think that if you're trying to embellish it, you're still going to be able to see most of the paper that you put down. So let me put this back, and then I'll give you an example of what I did with the method of strips. But before I even came to the conclusion of strips, I started thinking, well, what if I just did larger pieces of paper instead of a lot of little pieces of paper? So I wound up making this journal card, and I just used 2 pieces of paper, and then I just threw a floral in the middle, a little word here that says embrace beautiful chaos. And then the back, I just put a big piece of writing paper. So, and distressed it around the sides. But I really liked this with less pieces of paper because I could embellish it, and it didn't take a lot of embellishment. It's just the one floral and this. And I think it looks really pretty, at least in my opinion, and there are just 2 pieces of paper on it. So then I went to the whole strip situation, and the cards that I use are 3x5. So I just cut a piece, some pieces of paper that I had into 1 1/4 inch strips, and I used 4 strips. And then I used this tag sticker, and this little man, he had a big white border around him, so I fussy cut him and I just put him there. And there's 4 pieces of paper, but again, I had plenty of room to put the tag, the man, and the never doubt your instinct, but you still see all the papers, and I think that looks really nice. And then on the back, I did another phrase, keep moving forward, some more of the writing paper, just a 1 1/4 inch strip there on the side, and then I did a woman. I fussy cut her because there was a big white border around her. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna cut some strips of paper down. I'll do 3 versions of it so we can just see how they turn out. So I have a bunch of pieces of paper here. I'm gonna, let's see how wide these papers are. Yeah, they're a little over 3, so I'm gonna cut them in 1 1/4 strips again. But I'm gonna do it this way. Let's see, 3, and then I can just save these scraps and do 1 1/4, and then 1 1/4, and then I can save this scrap. Again, this one I'm gonna take it down to 3, do 1 1/4, one and 1/4, more scrap. Let's just take this floral. I'll cut this down to 3 and do 1 1/4, 1 1/4, and then let me see if I can get a 1 inch strip out of this. Yeah, I can do 1, and then I'll get some 1 inch strips out of this. First take it to 3 and then do 1 inch. And 1 inch. And let's see what this is, if I can get another 1 inch out of this. And I absolutely can. So that's 1 inch. And let me get this one, and again take it to 3. And let me get 1 1/4. 1 1/4, and then let me get at least a 1 inch out of this one. I might speed this up so you're not just watching me make actually, you know what, let me get 1 inch. Let's bring this to 3. And then let me get some 1 inches out of this one. And how big is this? That's a little bit over 1 inch. I can get another 1 inch piece out of this. Sorry if I'm mumbling. And then the other thing I want to do is get some 5 inch strips. So this is, let me get this to 5 inches. And then let me get 1 inch strips out of this. 1. Let me try to get this side. It's pretty. Let me just do that. And then on this one, I'll do my 5-inch strip. Let me cut it this way. And then I'll do my 1-inch strips. I'll get the postage stamp in. I'll get this. And let me just get one more. Anyway, so these are all reusable scraps that I'll set aside. And then now I have these scraps. And let me get three index cards. And let's get to work on this. Let me get a new glue stick. I finally found the big ones. Let me just use this piece of packaging to ink on. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, and then there's no tearing involved, no nothing. Everything is gonna be in straight strips. And we're just gonna do on this, this is a 3x5 index card, so we should be able to do it with 3 1-inch strips. And then let me do the floral next. And then the other thing that I decided to do was not go crazy trying to embellish the journal card, because I don't know what kind of journal it's gonna wind up in. So did I do a 3rd kind of strip for this? No, I didn't. Hold on, let me just cut a real quick. How long is this piece of paper? It's not quite 5, so I'll have to do it this way. Sorry about that. Make it 5. And then let me get 1 1-inch strip. And the writing will be sideways, but that's really not a big deal. But how quick and easy is this? Look at this. So, yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the first person who's thought of this. It's probably done all the time, but it's the first time I'm doing it like this. So I think that's great, you know. And then you throw 1 or 2 embellishments on there and you're good to go. So let's go with 4 1 1/4 inch scraps. Let's see. So these are the 1 1/4 inch scraps. So you would be able to use 4 of these. There you go. And then we could use a floral. You're not tearing, you're not inking every piece, you're not trying to figure out what to put where so that you won't necessarily cover it up. And even if there's a little bit of white edge here, if you ink the card at the end, you're going to be able to mask that with the ink. So let's see. Wow, look at how quick and easy. And I thought I did like a 4th paper. What did I do? Did I just do 3 pieces? I guess I did. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this. Sorry, cut it down to 5. And then let me get a 1 1/4 inch strip. I meant to cut that down to 3. And then glue this. Look how easy that came together. And I have a little white edge here that I'll just trim off. And we're all good. So that's this and this. And then let's do one with 1 inch strips. So let me get this out of the way. And I think these are the 1 inch strips right here. Let's start with a piece of music paper. Yeah. So here goes 1. So again, reminder that if you haven't gotten your entry in, I'm going to put a link to the video where you can enter in the description box below. And you should be able to enter. And please share the video if you know anyone who might be interested in entering the contest and winning the prizes. And as I said, the video where you can do your entry will be linked below. Oh no, look what I just did. I tore that piece of paper. I still have another 1 inch. It got stuck to my finger with the glue. I'm sure I could have salvaged it somehow, but... Okay, here's another 1 inch. And this one will take 5 pieces of paper. You know, I thought I was gonna work on a card when I went back to my bin, but it just brought me right back to the journaling. So, and I think maybe that was part of the reason I was feeling uninspired. I don't know, because I thought, all right, I made my first journal, you know, am I gonna make another one? What am I gonna do? And I am working on a journal, actually, off camera. I don't know if I had mentioned that my sister expressed an interest for a journal for her birthday. So I'm going to be working on that. Or I am working on that. I have to cut another piece of 1 inch. Hold on. And I think I may have to do one more, but thanks to my little Easter card, it led me to strips. And I like this a lot because, like I said, I'm not going to be worried about, oh, look at this pretty little piece of paper here in the middle. You know, I don't want to cover it up. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So, and I'm not going to lose any of the paper. Here's one more 1 inch. Everything is still going to be pretty visible. And here we go. Watch, three journal cards just like that. And then I can go ahead and distress the edges. Look at that. Okay, here's a little bit of overlap on this one, so I can just trim that off. And there's a little bit of white on this edge. Trim that off. And a little teeny weeny bit of white on the bottom, so I'll trim that off. And then just like that, look at how quickly I made 3 journal cards. And this one still has a little bit of white at the top, but I'm just going to distress that away. So let's see. Yeah, there it goes. No more white edge. This one has a little bit of, I didn't butt the papers up to each other as closely as I should have right here. So there's a little white thing. I'll probably put maybe a piece of lace over that and you'll never see it. And then just distress the back. And I can either cover the back with a piece of paper, 3x5, or I can just kind of rough it up and make it look, you know, a little bit grunged up. So I can do that. Or let me ink the rest of these. And again, this had a little bit of white down at the edge. And there's actually a little bit of paper here that I can trim away. I messed that up. Let me go in with the trimmer. I'm no good with the scissors. I never have been. There you go. So yeah, just distress it up a bit. I don't know if you noticed the white edge down at the bottom there. That's gone now. And then over here, I have this kind of piece of notebook paper. And I can just cut a 3x5 piece. Let me cut off these, this edge. And then I will cut a 3x5 piece. And that's 5. And then 3. And I can just take this, and it's lined on both sides. So I can just glue this. Ah, come on, get off my finger. And then I can just glue this on to the card. Oh, how did I get so crooked? There you go. There's some glue on there that I can just rub off. that's that. There's a little bit of overlap over here, which I can just trim off. And there's a little bit of overlap on the top. Again, I can just trim that off. And just a little bit over here. Now I don't quite have a 3x5 card anymore, but still. And then just ink it. Anyway, so those are some of the things that I learned about collaging. You know, it's nice to do the little small collage pieces, but I think the bigger you go with the pieces, the easier it'll be to embellish, because you're not struggling with yourself over, you know, not covering a particular piece of the card. And here's the, okay, so here's one, here's two. Let me push all of these aside. And here's three. We already inked this one on the front. And then this, I ran out of my tea-dyed paper. Otherwise, I would use tea-dye to kind of put on the back of this. So I'll reserve that to do later, because later tonight I have some time scheduled to tea-dye some more index cards and papers. But again, here we have 3 cards that if I chose to embellish, let's see, I have some butterflies here. I could easily throw a butterfly on it, you know, and not cover anything. All of the papers are still visible. And let's see, that's probably not the best butterfly to put on there. Maybe something with a little more color. No, not quite right. So these are the butterflies with a little bit of shiny. I've been trying to use them, even though I said I didn't like them. But no, that's not right for there either. But yeah, you can do any kind of embellishment on this that you want. And you're not gonna cover the paper. Let's see. This is just a washi butterfly. Look how cute that looks. I'm trying to find a traditional butterfly. Oh, look at that. That's nice. I love that one. And maybe that one, since it's smaller, might get away with doing 2 butterflies on something like this. Look at that. Really cute. Simple. They're faster. They're they come out just as nice, in my opinion. And you can make a whole lot of these, and it's not as messy. My fingers aren't full of glue and ink. It's just done. I hope you enjoyed this video. As I mentioned earlier, I am going to put the link to the video where you can enter to win the 500 subscriber thank you in the description box below. And as always, please like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. And thank you for watching. Good night. Bye.